But when Steve came, first of all, we mentioned Bill Combs. Bill Combs had been to our house in Maine twice. One of the times Bill came to our home was we were in the remodeling of a 200-year-old Maine home. We literally were sleeping downstairs and we had the whole upstairs torn apart. The bathroom, to get to the bathroom upstairs, you had to go on 2x4s up this beautiful round spiral staircase. And Steve comes home and announces, I have all of these forester guys coming. I want to have an old Maine lobster bake in the backyard. I looked at him and I said, you are freaking crazy. We don't have a bathroom. So he devised these 2x4s. So here is Bill Combs, and he says, where do I, and we had, I don't know how many foresters there from all the forestry programs, and we had the lobsters and, you know, the old-fashioned, of course, me being Italian, I had to go overboard and bring everything to the table. And so Bill says, where's the bathroom? Well, just go up those spiral staircase and watch your step up the 2x4s. But those people had a wonderful time at our old Maine home. About 8 months later, Steve gets a phone call from Bill and he says that Rex Harper is retiring. And Steve had just about finished my old Maine home. And he looked at me and he said, I'd really like to interview for that job. And I looked at him and I said, oh God, okay. So anyway, he interviewed and he came home and he said, about a week later, Bill offered him the job. And I said, okay. So I always talk to my dad, my wonderful father, and I called him and I said, you know what he's doing to me? I have my beautiful old Maine home and now he's making me leave. And my father said to me, hey princess, that's what life is about. You might have burned your bra at Penn State, but it's all about the man. And I got off the phone and I said, my father was always crazy. So I said, okay, Steve, we will go to Maryland. Closer to family, we'll be fine. And I was a nervous wreck, and I came here, and there was this lovely family named the Workmans. And I was frightened to death. I didn't know Cumberland. I didn't know where I was going. And Glenn's ex-wife, Shirley, deceased wife, opened up her home to me. I had a crib, I had a playpen, I had everything that I needed for my children. And I stayed there for a week, and I looked for a home. And all of you opened up your hearts to us, and I thank you all, because it was very hard for me to leave that beautiful old Maine home. My son Vincent recently went to Maine, and he sent us pictures of our old Maine home, and I said, Vinny, I need to win the lottery. But I am looking forward very much to retirement with Steve, and I make the jokes, but I am still working. But I have former professors here too, and so I have to thank them openly, because I wouldn't be the hygienist that I am today if it was not for them. And everything that you all taught me on, because I was a nervous wreck as a student, and they all know that. But I wanted to thank you all for coming tonight and for being part of Steve's retirement and being part of our retirement. And if any of you own a hammer and nails, you can come tear out the old kitchen. Thank you all for coming.